So can you just start by telling us a bit about yourself?
Hey, I'm Nathan Rathsam. I'm an archery instructor and a uni student.
And so, obviously you've got something to talk about today. Why don't you just tell us what that is now?
Yeah, it happened a few days ago, and I was cooking a pizza, and I opened up the oven and took it out, and it just fell to the floor.
But, sorry, then I should ask, if it just fell to the floor, couldn't you have just picked it back up again?
No, it fell face down. There was sauce and cheese all over the floor.
Oh.
I couldn't recover anything.
Oh my god. Do you want to tell us a bit about your relationship with the pizza?
I'll try. It was. I spent hours crafting this pizza. I made the dough myself. I kneaded it. I cared for it. I let it set, and I used the finest quality mozzarella. I carefully, like with the utmost precision, placed the mozzarella precisely on the pizza, evenly spreading it, and the sauce. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Hey, it's alright. Do you need to take a minute? Okay. You ready to move on? So, I mean, it definitely still seems like you're trying to cope with this extreme loss, but do you think the worst of it is past, or are you just... Why don't you just tell a bit about your coping and what it feels like right now?
I haven't found myself being able to bond with any pizza like I used to, and I think it'll take me a while to really get over this experience.
Yeah, and so yeah, you would describe it as sort of like the stages of grief sort of thing. You know, like, did you ever go through a denial phase, or is that sort of, what's the deal with that?
The way I describe it is, at first it was just shock. It felt like I wasn't even there. It felt like none of this was happening. But I distinctly remember myself just denying the implications of this. I tried to pick up the pizza and recover it, but finally I had to accept that it was gone, and there was just hair and little bits of dried up cheese that I hadn't cleaned up from the night before just stuck to it. I couldn't recover it.
Let's move on from that one then, because this sounds like something very traumatic to bring back up. We've already heard about how it affected your relationships with other pizzas, but if you're okay to keep going, can you also just tell us about how it affected your relationships with other people in your life?
I just haven't been able to connect with people the same.
I totally understand.
I've shut everyone that I love out of my life. I can't do it.
Nathan, I know this is a really sort of fresh and still very traumatic memory for you, but I just really want to know if you could go into any coping techniques you might be trying to just get over this, or at least put it to the side of your mind.
I did experiment with calzones for a brief period. I'm not super proud of that, but yeah. And then my doctor did recommend me to pasta, and yeah, I think that has helped a little bit as a more healthy kind of coping.
And just how effective do you think that was at first when you were using?
When I was going through my calzone stage, I felt temporary relief. There was nothing long term. I would just keep relapsing into using something that I knew wasn't helpful at all. But it was the only way that I could see at the time to cope with this.
No, I completely understand. As I said before, I know this is a very, very recent tragedy in your life, and I am very, very thankful that you actually did offer to come in and speak to us about like a serious issue that does affect many people, and it just goes unspoken about and ignored as if it was nothing. But do you think this incident may have long-term effects on the way it shapes you as a person?
It's really, really hard to say at this point. I don't know how I'm going to track with this. Right now, I don't think many things could make it better at all. This may stick with me for quite a while. Yeah, I just hope that it doesn't overtake my life too much.
And Nathan, look, again, I am really sorry for making you come in, especially when this is still so hard on you and just so fresh in your mind. But I was just wondering if you would have any advice for somebody who may be going through a similar circumstance right now.
I would say just don't feel like you're alone. There's so many other people who would be going through the exact same thing. Yeah, just ever since losing Greb. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Just whenever you're ready.
I just know that you're not alone. There's lots of other people who would be going through something like this, and yeah, just don't experiment with things that you know that are wrong and unnecessarily oily. Just definitely see a professional. There's plenty of people out there whose job it is to help people with this sort of thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, but thank you very much for your time, Nathan. I mean, unless you have something else you'd like to add now, then I suppose that'll be it for this especially serious video. Thank you very much again for your time.